is like that. Yeah, thank you for sharing with everyone in the house. And I've learned from that too, chị Hương. That is when our life is not yet good, then we need to do what is necessary. When life is good, then we can do what we want. So therefore, so when we have the life the dream life already, then we can do what we like. But when our life is not yet good, then we do what is necessary. But when our life is good already, then we do what we want. I'd like to invite Suri-chan. I appreciate Kohin for calling my name. Hello, everyone. I am from Finland. My number is 5387, house 273. I'm on the journey of becoming a professional inner being coach and mentor, or a specialist. What is it? I really was impressed with the lesson that where our heart is anchored is where our success is. Is advocate. Has anyone here heard of the concept of the occupation of being a child? In life, we go out there and we do many different occupations. I've done many things, business and coaching, and now I'm on the journey to become that inner being coach and mentor specialist. That are we the desirable outcome of our parents or not? And when our parents is the good cause and have the right the favorable condition, what the outcome, if the desirable outcome is good for them or not, is depending on the present. And so I place the notion, the intention that I'm going to keep that being good, and for any occupation to be dreamed is that it needs to have heart and wealth and power. And yesterday I find that the lesson from Kohafi was very valuable. Yeah, and she also mentioned the rest of the criteria for dream occupation is that we have to have heart, wealth, and power, which is, and then scalable. It's being scalable and sustainable, and anyhow, all those, all the keys. And then Hin says the occupation can be of good morning, Ron, of a dream occupation.
Good morning. I'm just driving home from work, so I'll be listening.
Oh, good. And our dream occupation can give us a dream life or not a dream life. And our not dream occupation can also give us a dream life or not a dream life. Yeah. So I'd like to ask, very hard. I have not yet anchored my heart in what I am in my occupation. And I ask whether if it is necessary. But I want to pay attention to my study, to my learning. So I let it go. So I have a lesson that, like you just mentioned, that when we okay, we do. Sorry, everyone. I've forgotten what I wanted to say. I wanted to say to cô Hiến, I really appreciate your story that you shared earlier on the first day. It's helped me to have more love for my child. That my job, the occupation of being a mother, that I don't think about. But when I think about it, I'm very, very grateful for this journey. Now I can see my child more lovable. And I used to see him as inconvenience, and I hear that you say that you feel very very happy when you hear your own children cry. Yeah, for me, I used to feel uncomfortable when they cry. Yeah, so I used to be very scared of someone's crying. So this lesson, although it may not be relevant to the lesson that we are learning in the mentor journey, but it has helped me in my life. Wow, trời. It's like, wow, when as a mother, if your child doesn't hang on to you, then you will feel disheartened. So yes, when your child is clinging to you, then that is a happiness. Yeah, it is beautiful. So, okay, and she's correcting. So when life is not yet good, then we need to do what is necessary. When life is good, then we can do what we want. So, like something chị Như chia sẻ, who just sharing the lady who just shared. I really love my child crying, and sometimes I have when I'm free and my child is not crying, I would tease them so they can cry. I really like it. So if she was to cry in 1 or 2 hours, then how would you respond? And they cry. Yeah. So Goyin says that person who is persistent, who will cry and not stop, that's because they have perseverance, and persistence, which means when we can turn their persistence into something that is valuable for life, such as they want to be successful in their studies, or they want to be able to achieve something. So when they're little, and they will want things such as they want to have some milk, then that's fine, and then we can guide them to, okay, can you have the patience to wait for me? And do you have the patience, or do you have the perseverance to then hang on? And when I am ready, then I will give you some milk. And also the person who is more who has a stronger perseverance will win. So as a parents, we need to have that. We have to be more persistent than our children. So we're going to say the statement now. I think Anne is ready. Anne, are you doing it today?
Yes.
Are you translating today?
Sure. Hello everyone. Chào cô Linh Lê, chào cả nhà. Okay. Please can you ask thầy Dưỡng cho em cái co-host với. Các thầy coi có co-host mỗi mình em không chưa có.
Oh, really? Everyone
The
has?
declaration. Let me read the declaration first. Declaration with master, mentor. I am a person with value, apprehending, transmitting reality. Creating value is what I do throughout my life. Supporting others achieve their lives' aspirations. I elevate frames of living, expanding the range of awareness, elevating the levels of wisdom. I stand above emerging problems. Honor, gratitude in emotion, tolerance in nature, inner peace in heart. I protect myself and those around me. Refined characters, outstanding virtues, maturing beyond my years. I conquer all dreams. With appropriate perspective, right mentality, and relevant competency, I succeed with simplicity. Comprehending laws, understanding principles, holding firmly the key, I open the door to mastering life. Adhering to rules, applying formulas, grasping methods, my life becomes simpler, more joyful, more trusting and lighter. Knowing, believing, understanding the triangle of reality, human energetic structure, the root cause formula of life, I master finances, master health, master relationships, and master inner being, imparting the value of the philosophy of root education to all in order to enrich, to master, to become, and to evolve. Next, the portrait of a wit master mentor. Scholarly wisdom, peaceful mentality, refined character, outstanding virtue, exceptional competency, model-like physique, triathlete health, extraordinary apprehending, sagacious communication, unwavering self-discipline, insightful vision, human life comprehension, benevolent leadership, moral virtue for all, 6 great prosperities, all capable leaders, cultural entrepreneur. Dạ, Thanh biết ơn cô My. Biết ơn thầy Dưỡng, biết ơn các thầy cô. Now, let's turn on your camera, turn on your mic, and say hello to each other, everyone. Then everyone in our Zoom, we can say hello to each other as well. Morning to all.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, teachers.
Teacher Happy to come in, and she says, hello everyone, hello Teacher Hiếu. And everyone say hello again to her, to Teacher Happy. Teacher Happy will continue her teaching session today. Hello everyone. I already shared my screen, so if you want to see the screen, just switch between the screen of the organization and my screen, okay? We have already exchanged and shared with each other earlier. We already know what is the dream occupation. And yesterday we have the terms, the wish, wish occupation and dream occupation. Right, everyone? So what is wish and what is dream? Wish and dream, okay, it's just exchange. In Vietnamese, is exchanging the position in word. In English, it's a two separate different words. Okay, let's see, how do you understand the difference between wish and dream? Okay, please raise your hand. So I would like to invite Minh Nguyệt. Minh Nguyệt said, hello to the teacher and everyone. I would like to share what I learned from yesterday. The wish occupation and dream occupation is that, so when we achieve what we wish, we can do what we dream. So we may have the wish, what we wish, and then we can do the wish occupation, and then we be able to achieve the dream life. Then we can see that everything in our every occupation that we do, we can turn it into the dream occupation. So if you be able to do the dream occupation, then you have to focus on your health, wealth, resources, and satisfy, and you will be able to achieve the realms of living. And when the societal demand, then we want to achieve the society demand, then we have to be clear of what we do, and then we honor, appreciate what we do. Then we have income, we have money, and when we anchor our heart at the occupation, then we can achieve success. Thank you everyone for listening. So, teacher happy said, thank you. So, when we was little, when we were young, we always think that when we do something that we wish for something. When we was young, we always wish for something. So, wish and dream are different. When we wish is something that we yearning for, and with something that we want to be, want to become, want to have. And when we call it a dream, right? So when we dream is already there. It's already there. The dream life is already there. It's a standard. For example, in Europe, they have a standard dream life. For example, according to the standard of the world, a person who has the dream life, that's a is when they retired. When they retire, they achieve a certain standard of earning. For example, $300,000, for example. So there's a standard for that, okay? And everyone, 1,000 people, million people, already yearning in order to aim to attain that already. Okay, for example, $35 million. So that may be the standard of society, and that is the society call is the dream life. So, but when we say something that we wish, so we just think about it. We want to become it. We want to become a doctor when you were young. Yeah, when you was a little kid, you wish you have something. You want to become something. But then, you know, your life is not what I dream of. So this is just a difference in the meaning, the dream life or the wish occupation or dream occupation. Okay, the there's two different words. We have two different meanings. When we wish to become an engineer, you wish to become a hero, you wish to become someone, something. When you grow up, you don't necessarily continue to have that wish anymore. Okay, now you enter into real life. You want to achieve the dream life, the standard what society already approve, and then immediately after the people already have the standard of the dream life, then people start achieving to have that dream life. So whatever you wish to become, to do when you was little, that easily be changed when you grow up. So if you're looking at your kids right now, right, they wish to have a lot of things, just like us when we were little. But now we understand this concept, so we know what is a dream occupation. So today we sit here with each other, we learn a new occupation to become the inner being specialist. And when we were little, who in here, okay, have ever in your life thinking that one day you're going to become the inner being specialist, right? But now we are here, we start thinking, our meditation start reaching the standard that we learn. So thank you ever so much for your presence here. Thank you that you are here together learning. And your presence is a great present for all of us. Is very precious for us that we accompany with each other on this journey to become the inner being specialist, and this will become a great occupation for us. It's a dream occupation, and here we have already defined our occupation already. So what we have been thinking of, we have been wondering about, it will be accomplished one day. Okay. And now we go into exchange a bit. Cô My hỏi chờ em một chút nha. 2 phút em quay lại.
I would like to express my gratitude to brother and sister in the mentor case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today we are with mentor case 07. We are on the journey to learn to become an inner being specialist, to thoroughly comprehend about the human life. And we are all the knowledge of desirable outcomes. And we know about a dreams occupation that's gonna to lead us to the dream life and the realms of life. And yesterday we already understand about the dream occupation.
Okay. I can continue. Thank you very much. Yeah. Go me. So there's a few people raising hand right now to speak, to share. And we're going to listen to them so we can understand more about the desirable outcome, so we can anchoring our heart more on what we determined to do here. Because once we have a heart anchoring in what we do, then when we speak out loud, we will be clearer on what we want to achieve. And some of us may be able to answer the question, why do we choose to become the inner being specialist on this journey? So thank you ever so much. Let's continue sharing. I see a hand has raised. The student number is 25353 something. Okay, I turn on your mic, please speak up. So, anh Minh Tuấn said, hello everyone, hello teacher Happy, thank you for calling my name. The lessons, impression and realization I have learned since yesterday lessons is that now I have the reference system. So in order to reflect on everything in my life, especially the occupation, because at the moment my life have a lot of opportunity, work, jobs opportunities going on right now, and when I have the reference system, then I realize that the work aspect, the jobs aspect that I can satisfy that it is a societal demand. I can satisfy the societal demand, and if society accept that occupation, that what I do, the job that I do, then they will willing to pay a lot of money for that. And I can obviously, with all the opportunity in front of me, I can now compare and pick and choose which one I want. And in the past, I didn't have this reference system. I didn't know which one should I pick and choose. And whenever the problems occurs, the adversity challenges happen, which I unable to overcome, then I start complaining, start blaming other people, and worrying about my choice. And I start asking a lot of questions whether this is the right job that I should do for the rest of my life. And until I have learned, I have the reference system, then I know that now, because of my heart anchoring, because I have wholeheartedly doing this job, then is the life, my career life. Now I can attract a lot of positive resources into my life, so I can be responsible for my own choice. And then I start awaken. I start being awakened myself, and the total karma start being activated. And I realize how can I be able to overcome all the adversity, overcome all the challenges and problems coming to me in order to develop my career-wise, develop my occupation, and what I'm doing. And I realize what I like. Then I also see that I can anchor myself in my heart into this occupation, and I can see the vision, I can see the path, the future path very clearly, so I can find a way to overcome all the adversity in a better. That was my my lesson, impression and realization. Thank you ever so much. This I have said. Thank you very much for your sharing. Okay. And I would like to invite Nguyễn Vũ Minh. Can you introduce your name? So his name is Vũ Nguyễn Minh Tuấn. Okay, Vũ Nguyễn Minh Tuấn. Thank you very so much for your sharing. So in Minh Tuấn sharing, we see that he have a special realization. We now have to anchor our heart and anchor our wanting and imagination. Basically, you have to anchor our ambition in life. I would would like to invite someone else raising their hand. Okay, chị Nguyễn Thị Sinh. Nguyễn Thị Sinh, student number 2615142. Okay. Okay. Nguyễn Thị Sinh, chị Sinh said that, thank you teacher for calling my name. Hello everyone. My lesson impression realization that I learned from yesterday about the dream occupation and dream life, what I'm most interested is the saying that you said, the treasure already been inside your house, stop looking outside. So that saying about the dream life make me thinking about reflecting on myself, my reality. And in 1983, when I was a young girl who just graduated from university, and I work in the post office industry. And when I was at grade 7, I have an uncle. He's loved me so much, and he helped me on my studying journey. But why I was on my studying journey, my parents want me to get married. So I was so young back then, I didn't want to get married. So then, yesterday when you talk about dream life and dream and a life without dream, and a life without dream, then I really feel it. I really feel it this morning when teacher Hiến said that when our life is not good, okay, then let's do what we like, because otherwise when we achieve what the life that we dream already, then I will still be able to continue doing that. And yesterday lesson give me understand it. I need to anchor my heart into the occupation that I'm doing, and that occupation must satisfy the societal demand. Okay, and if I just follow what I wish to do, okay, that's my satisfy my wish occupation. But if that wish occupation is doesn't satisfy the societal demand, then I have to rethink about the occupation, okay, and whether I can continue to anchor my heart into it or not. No occupation cannot become the dream occupation. Only when we anchor our heart into that occupation, then we can turn it from wish occupation into dream occupation. And I'm wondering, when you said diligent to do, diligent in what we do. So there's a lesson: simply do, joyfully do, okay, trustingly do, lightly do, okay, regularly do, consistently do, and wholeheartedly do. So when wholeheartedly do what I need to do in this life, and it's good for not only good for myself, but also good for the society. I feel a bit confused here. So teacher, I have said that. Everyone, did you hear chị Sinh sharing? Okay. So chị Sinh, she sharing her wondering. Okay. So what is an occupation can be called a dream occupation, and how can a wish occupation turn into a dream occupation? So if you heard what Jason said, you will understand that when she was little, she had a wish to become, to do an occupation, to become someone who work in the post office, okay? To become the post office staff. But that's wish occupation that she didn't manage to fulfill it, and today her life has changed. Okay, let's see. So chị Xin, what are you doing right now? And chị Xin said that currently I'm is a housewife, taking care of my child. All right. So is that, teacher Hafiz said, is that your what you wish? Okay. So you might doing what you unwishes right now. But that is what society already established is very important, right? A housewife, someone taking care, a housemaker, someone taking care of the kids, taking care of your family, and make sure of your family, enhance the quality of life. You take care of your children and the future of your next generation, right? So what you're doing right now that already exists in society, that satisfy the demand of society, okay? So, and what you're doing right now, the lifestyle that you have right now, maybe a lot of people out there, they dream to have it, they wish to have it, okay? So if someone out there, they come to you, and so she is managing a swimming pool, a community swimming pool right now. So there's someone out there, they currently wish to do what you're doing. Okay, so that's wishes occupation to become the staff in the post office. But now she is the housemaker and the managers of the community swimming pool. So what she's doing right now is what satisfies the societal demand, and it's make you money. And then as it satisfy the needs of your family right now. So if you look up, you might not better than anyone. But if you look down, you are more than a lot of people. You're better than a lot of people, right? So we need to differentiate the wish and what we wish and what we dream. So but something that what you wish you not become, but dream. Your dream occupation is when you become it, right? So every day, if you are not home and you are managing the community swimming pool to help other people around you to be able to swim and taking care of their health, that is what already satisfy the society demand, okay? And that's also bring the income for your family. So if you anchor your heart into what you're doing now, okay, then you need to switch your mentality. You switch your mentality in here and turn what you do into the dream occupation. Because every day when you look at your children, the children who come to the swimming pool to swim, to learn how to swim, can you see the future of those children? Obviously, it's not what you wish for at the beginning, but now when you observe the children, when you see the realities of the next generation that is forming under your eyes, can you switch your mentality that it's become your dream occupation? What you're doing now is your dream occupation. Because and Minh Tuấn had just said to us earlier, the occupation that you do is become beautiful when it's follow, is satisfy the organize the society, and it's aligned with the power trial is satisfy the sustainability, scalability favorably, and fulfill our heart, health, wealth, power. So within the philosophies of root education that we follow, we also aim for to take care of our next generation, right? So we see the very special things here that we differentiate, we'll be able to differentiate between wish occupation and dream occupation, right? The life that you dream, the dream life that you have, you can achieve whether you have the wish occupation or unwished occupation. Okay, so wish occupation and dream occupation, they have different meaning. Thank you ever so much, Jason. Also, one more thing here, everyone. I know that when we talk about the dream occupation, you dream when you're conscious, right? When you're conscious, you dream, and that may be true, may become reality. But when you sleep, you also dream. So you sleep and you dream, that you unconsciously dream, and that sleeping when you dream is there's an unlikely that it's gonna come true. Yeah. So when we talk about the word dream, it doesn't exist in Vietnam, this meaning, but in English, when you dream when you sleep, and you dream when you awake. So when you awake, you dream that you dream consciously, and when you sleeping, you dream unconsciously. So when you dream unconsciously, it might not become true, but when you dream consciously, when you have wisdom and you dream that your dream occupation, dream life, that's likely to come true. Okay. Let me get back to Teacher Happy. So Teacher Happy invite chị Sáng, and she got a bit of problem with her technical mic and camera or something. So Teacher Happy is waiting on her right now. Okay, we're gonna get back to chị Sáng later on. I would like to invite anh Bùi Nguyên Vĩ. Anh Bùi Nguyên Vĩ said, thank you ever so much, teacher. Thank you ever so much, everyone. Thank you for calling my name. I would like to share my lesson, impression and realization that we learned yesterday. So when we talk about the wish occupation and turn it into a dream occupation in order to achieve the dream life, so the wish occupation can lead to the dream life, can also wish to the life without life without dream. And unwished occupation can also lead to the dream life and the life that we didn't dream of. So myself, when I first graduated from university, I just want to do a job, an occupation. I wasn't clear on what I really want to do, as long as it can help me to satisfy my current life back then. So when I work in the company, that company I've been working for so a long time now, up until now, the work that I'm doing is enough to help me to satisfy my quality of life. But since I learned this knowledge, I know there's a different income related to different jobs. We have different incomes, and as long as that occupation be able to help me to satisfy my current life, I was okay with that back then. But now when I learn about this knowledge, in which when I anchor myself, my heart, into following this learning journey and become the member in which organization then I start reflecting on my life, my where I work. So I've wanted to bring this knowledge, the philosophy of root education, into where I work, and then I be able to resolve a lot of adversity of the people who come into me, a lot of adversity, a lot of problem, a lot of challenges at work, and somehow I have managed to transfer this knowledge into my reality, and then I also received a certain desired outcome. Thank you ever so much, teacher. Teacher Happy said, all right, so today you sit here, you're on the procedure, you're on the process to become the inner being specialist. So it's not a wish occupation anymore, okay? It's a dream occupation, okay? Because you already sit here, definitely you're going to become the inner being specialist, okay? You don't yearn for it anymore, but you're actually doing it right now. So you just need to comprehend this knowledge, and we understand that the moment you anchor your heart into this occupation, turning it into your dream occupation in being specialist, right? If you look around, everyone in here aiming to become inner being specialist, and a lot of people out there, they wish that they can do what we do here, gathering every day, learning this knowledge, sharing with each other these beneficial concepts, right? Thank you ever so much, anh Vĩ. I would like to invite Nguyễn Thị Thảo. Nguyễn Thị Thảo.
Mẹ xong rồi mà. Mẹ có xong rồi.
Thank you ever so much, Teacher Happy. Thank you. Chị Thu Thảo said, thank you, Teacher Happy. Thank you, everyone. I would like to share my lessons. My name is Nguyễn Thị Thảo. My number is 4980. I belong to the house 253. And regarding this topic, dream occupation is the occupation that help a person to achieve dream life. Okay? And if other people want to copy that life, copy that occupation, then we can transfer it to them. And the dream occupation is the occupation that the society that satisfies societal demand. So I need to become good at it. I need to like it, become good at it, good. So good that no one can ignore me. And thank you. And I need to be honor and gratitude to the people who pass this knowledge to me. And I like it. I like what I'm doing. I anchor my heart into it, and then I will start maturing on what I'm doing, and then also I will show outside to everyone that I am success on this occupation. So by doing that, I achieve the high realms of living. And if anyone want to copy what I'm doing, I can transfer it to them. So when you said that if I anchor my heart to a person, then that person had no problem. If I anchor my heart to the occupation, that occupation had no problem, and it will develop. It's helped me to develop on my maturity journey. So any occupation can turn into the dream occupation, and that is my what I have learned yesterday. To connect to my reality, my personal reality. I heard earlier teacher Hiến and some of students sharing that their life is currently not very good right now. So with the dream life and a wish occupation is different from a dream occupation. So when I graduated from university, I work in the telecommunication industry, and then I growing up, I start developing in my career ladder and move up in the position. And in 2021, it's COVID time, I managed to participate in the online programs, and then I wanted to do different things. Want to switch my occupation, but then the family didn't allow me to do that, so I still continue what I'm doing, and I continue to improve my skill, improve my competency, improve my knowledge. So currently I'm still doing what I was doing before, managing, working in human resource, but now I also have learned another skill, so English. I learned in English, so I can help other people I can teach help other people to speak English. So now I can, as well as working full-time, I can open the extra English class. So that was my wish occupation when I was young. So not necessarily I had to become a teacher in school to teach English, but now I can still teaching students, teaching people in English in my free time. And when I do it, I know that it is what is needed for me to do. So it will bring another opportunity to my life, the opportunity to connect with people, the opportunity to earn an extra income, and it's also helped me to develop, as well as help me on my journey, parenting journey. And now I sitting here learning to be in the Mentor 7 journey. Thank you ever so much for all the teacher who has contained me in their heart, and I will continue learning and growing, and one day become a successful inner being specialist in order to connect people, help other people, help society better, help more family, more children to live a better life. Thank you ever so much to teacher and everyone here. I would like to finish. Teacher Happy said thank you ever so much, and congratulations to you. So everyone, if you let's get back to our diagram. Okay.
Wow.
So if you're looking at the diagram, you see that dream occupation is the occupation that the society, they already have standard about it, right? Million, thousands of people wish to do the occupation that satisfies societal demand. And if you like it, and if you are anchoring your heart into it, you do it wholeheartedly, then you'll be good at it. And you earn a gratitude, the occupation, then you make money on it. So the combination of societal demand plus like, plus what you like, plus is making you money, and plus you're good at it, then you have the energies of maturity. Okay. And you see that chị Thảo, when she shares, she mature on the journey of growing herself, right? And she on the journey that she working on her dream occupation, and she managed to arrange. So when she follow what she dream, so then she follow what her heart in order to be able to do what she wished when she was young, right? And here, the day that we joined Mentor 7, if you hear that when Thảo said that the moment that she switched from what she wished, her wish occupation, into a dream occupation, and then she actually turned it into her reality. Okay, just like what the teacher Hiến shared earlier. Okay, so when you have not yet have it, then when you have not yet have your haven't be able to achieve your wish occupation, then we have to do what needed. Okay, we have to do what needed, and once you do what needed, you anchor your heart on it, then later on you'll be able to satisfy what you wish. Okay, and here we all want to become the inner being specialist. So the first day when we're coming in here, we talk about we'll talk about money, we talk about occupation, we talk about the money that's come from the desirable outcome. Okay, I did not have that slide, so I'm gonna write right now. Okay, so the money, that is the desirable outcome, and it's come from the occupation. Okay, and that occupation, okay, that occupation is satisfy the laws of causality. Okay, okay, mẹ thấy đây. And if that occupation has satisfied the health, wealth, power, sustainability, scalability, and favorability, aligned with the power triangle, then đứng qua bên kia vẽ đi, để mẹ đứng qua bên kia vẽ nha, đứng qua bên kia vẽ để mẹ ngồi và viết chữ, viết luôn em. Right. So with chị Thảo, she know that what she doing right now, that is her occupation, she use it to make her money, and then she be able to achieve the quality of life. Quality of life, and she achieve the realms of living, as well as she bring into life the values of life, value for life, value for life, quality of life, value for life, and realms of living. So when we talk about occupation, it's the desirable outcome. Okay, it's a desirable outcome, and money is the desirable outcome, right? Okay, so chị Thảo, do you see that you have already achieved your desirable outcome? Okay, so what you're doing right now is your life right now is a desirable outcome, right? So your reality right now is a fruit, is the outcome, is your result, your reality in life. Okay, so the first day when we start sharing this knowledge together with each other, we were talking that what our current life, okay, the past, present, okay. The present is the outcome of the past, but it's also the desirable outcome for the future. Okay. So we see that, okay, if we want to receive the desirable outcome in the future, we need to cultivate our cause, the seed that we have today. Okay, distribute outcome. So currently, whatever you have, okay, you need to maximize it. Whatever the good cause that you have, you need to maximize it. So whatever outcome you have today, okay, whatever you have today, the outcome you have today is come from the seed from the past, the cause from the past. And whatever you want to achieve in the future, the desirable outcome in the future, it will come from the seed, the seed that you sow today, the cause that you cultivate today. Okay, so we do not go and look for that cause, okay, because whatever cause that you have is already in you. Whatever good things that is already in you. You just need to maximize it. You need to nurture it. And eventually you will be able to achieve the desirable outcomes in the future. Okay, so we establish this one more time here. Okay, chị Thảo, do you realize it here? And chị Thảo said that she's very emotionally touched right now. She's so happy that she very honor and so appreciate and very appreciate Teacher Happy sharing this here, because she had trying so hard in the past, but she haven't earned gratitude herself enough. So she always think that she have to continue cultivating herself, cultivating her cause within herself. She haven't recognized her a good side enough. So now she learned that she need chị Thảo said, I learned that I need to honor myself. I need to respect myself, be grateful for myself, and maximize, amplify what already good that I have, and bring in light into my life, so then I can bring light to other people around me. Okay? And bring in light to those people I never met, those strangers I haven't ever met in my life. Thank you ever so much, Teacher Happy. I'm so grateful for you. Teacher Happy said that thank you ever so much. So today I'm going to add in here, we have the principle of light. Principle of light. So the outcome that we have, right, is the seed within us, the cause within us. How can we amplify it? Okay, just like the light in the room, right? Okay, you don't afraid that you use so much light, then you have to pay for the cost of electric bill, right? But you want to that light to be brighten up, be continue to bright up in your house, right? So let me continue to interact with chị Thảo. So chị Thảo, if you see that you already have this seed inside of you, this cause inside of you, this outcome in you already, you do not need to go and look for it somewhere else, look for it somewhere else. So this the good cause within yourself. Okay, what you have, what you're going to have tomorrow, they started from today. Okay, so that's why we say the treasures already inside yourself, the treasures already in your home. Do not go outside and look for it anywhere else. So if you realize that the treasure is already inside of you, you amplify what good cause within yourself with and applying the principle of light, which we have learned from the first inner being classes, right? So here we establish within our awareness, establish this in our awareness that I already remind you as well. Now, when we talk about money, the money is the desirable outcome. Okay, the money is the desirable outcome. Okay, so let's get back to this. So the money that we earn, the money that we have is the desirable outcome. Okay, and in the future we want it to be maximized. Okay, we focus on amplify it at the moment in the present. So if you are an inner being specialist, how can you make money? How can you make money? So in the class, when you learn about the expanding your inner awareness, you will be clear of this. So we say we have awareness that people is capital, people are capital, people are asset. Okay, people are an asset, people are capital. So here if we say that people are capital, doesn't that mean people are money? So we are here, we are money. Okay. each every one of us here, the money is already inside of us. So that money, we want to see it outside is become the outcome. This is the outcome, desirable outcome. So when we become the inner being specialist, and we become, we can turn all the complex things in life become simple. Okay, we can help everyone who have complex problems in life. We can turn it into a simple things. So, and the money we want to achieve here is come from an occupation. Okay, and an occupation here. Okay, we need to establish the awareness here that whether it is a desirable outcome or not. Okay, so if it's a desirable outcome, then Thảo, you have sharing a lot. Can you tell everyone some of the desirable outcome that you have in life? So, okay, chị Thảo said that is the people around her. Okay, and teacher Happy said, okay, that's also start from your children, right? So your children also is your desirable outcome, right? Your children, okay. Your children have, chị Thảo said, yes, her children help her to give love. She amplify the love in her. So when the children want to have something, they act very lovable, they act very cute, so everyone love them and take care of them. So here we establish the desirable outcomes very clearly. Okay. So like Thảo, she is a person and she have the desirable outcome that she hold very tight in this life. Okay. So within the occupation that she doing, okay. So she mentioned about the earner gratitude. So we ourselves is the desirable outcome of our parents, right? So we ourselves, we are the desirable outcome of our parents. We are the fruit of our parents. And our children, they are our desirable outcomes. They are fruit that come from us. So, okay, my parents, they have the occupation is parenting. Parenting is occupation. And there's a saying that look at the tree and you can fix the soil. Look at the children, you can fix the parents, right? So at the moment we are nurturing ourselves, fixing ourselves. So later on our children, they become the desirable outcome for us. Okay, and by saying this, we can see the whole generation, a whole lasting of the family life. We are the desirable outcome of our parents, and our parent is the desirable outcome of our grandparent, right? So our parents is the desirable outcome of our grandparents. So if you want to build a lasting family life, then that lasting family life have to last through many generations. Okay, so we have to establish that we are the desirable outcome already. We ourselves are desirable outcome, and our children, okay, we have to see that they are our desirable outcomes already. Okay, so here we have to reflect whether we need to be in integrity here, liêm chính, inner integrity. So chị Thảo said that yes, she can realize that her grandparents and her parents have raised her to become the good person. So she can create value for society, and now she focuses on doing good things. So the family is the good foundation. The families who have given us the foundation for life. So here you can see that you are very good, right? And you are already the desirable outcome, okay? And you desirable outcome of your parents, okay? So you can see that this formula is very special. The occupation as parenting, the occupation of the children, okay? So that occupation got to be satisfy the align with the power trial. So let's say in our family, who is the government, who is the wealthy, and who is the people, okay? So whether we have bring the balance and sustainable for the government, whether we have support the people, and whether we have assist the wealthy. So if we looking at the family, our parents is, okay, is the government, okay, and we and everyone in the family, when we have the okay, if we have the, okay, the power trial. So here we need to self-contemplating here and reflecting on ourselves, whether we are the desirable outcome from our parents, and our children is the desirable outcome come from us. So if we establish this awareness here, then one more time, I would like to say thank you ever so much for the organization. Thank you ever so much for our teacher, our master, who have given us this philosophy of life. So we can all sit here with each other, and immediately we establish that from us we can create the lasting family life, and from us we can support each other to create so many family life, lasting family life. And then we can create value for society, for our organization, for our family. So at this moment we can see that money is very beautiful. It has a lot of value in our life. So we are the capital, we are people, we are the capital, we are the money already, we are the desirable outcome already. So we need to be consistent doing what we like, working our dream occupation. So in your family, thank you, chị Thấu, for your cooperation. You are fortunate, you're lucky that you always honor and be grateful for the people in your life. There's a lot of people out there, they're always worrying about their family, right? And we all know from the human energetic structure that wanting and imagination is the focal points of human nature, right? So when we looking at this, we can see our desirable outcome. Okay, chị Thảo said that she wants to speak for another few seconds. So in the past I was very negative. Okay, I know that there's a chị Tuyết Lan, she used to know me in the Mentor 7 here, and they know that I used to be so negative, very negative, like the super negative. And I just want to sort out the problems of my parents. I focus on all the problems all the time. But then thank you to Total Karma, thank you to our master, thank you to all the teacher here. I've been able to learn this knowledge. I have been listened. So during 2021, when I have program, I've been listening to the inner being classes, right? And that have changed my life completely. So Teacher Happy said, all right, so you already have the beautiful reality right now, right? And chị Thảo said that, yes, so because of that, she is grateful for the teachers. So Teacher Happy says that, right, so you know how to apply the principle of light into your life already. So chị Thảo, you know how to acknowledge yourself, okay? Because you be able to acknowledge yourself, you can amplify what good you already have inside. So I did mention about family. So there are some people in life, they still blaming their parents, they still resent their parents, okay? But here we all have family, so we need to establish the awareness that we do not let our desirable outcome, our children, okay, later on they have that same mentality. They blaming us, they resent us. Okay? But now we need to pass this light to our children. We need to pass this philosophy of root education to our children so they can enrich their wisdom, enrich their mentality, enrich their character, enrich their virtue, okay? And they can maximize their goodness, the goodness within themselves in order for them to receive the desirable outcome. Okay, so once we stop honoring and stop being gratitude, then we start worrying and start having so much problem in life, right? So today, once chị Thảo have that already achieved the dream life, and now you anchor your heart into become the inner being specialist. So you need to amplify, you need to maximize the goodness within yourself, okay, and also satisfy the societal demand. So here we sitting together and talk about the dream occupation and the inner being specialist occupation that we all aiming for, right? So because our children is the outcome, the desirable outcome. So we are their parents, we are the cause, so we must be good. We are the good cause for our children. Okay, so what cause would you want to be? You are the cause of the tree later on. You are the cause, the seed. So we are the seed, the cause for our children, the cause for our children, the seed. So that seed, which seed do you want to be? You want to become the mango seed, the tree, whichever tree you want to become a seed. Then we need to establish the inner awareness here. The seed that we sow today, we want it to become the Asian tree, the great huge tree later on, right? So our parents, they are the great tree for us, right? So we are the desirable outcome for outcome that come from our parents. So our children later on, okay, if we want them to become the huge great tree, then today we have to looking at ourselves as the seed where there is the seed of the desirable outcome, the desirable fruit, desirable result. Okay, so we see that a great tree. Asian tree example. That is the seed. That's come from the seed. Okay, the environment. Yes. So if we're looking at what our parents are doing right now, Okay, they. Okay. If we're looking at, if we are living with the philosophy of good education, right, then the environment that we create here, what is that environment? We learn about the topic wealth of character. So whoever can refine their characters, okay, on the left side we have another person who is also refine their character, and on the right side we have another refined character. Then two people make up a line, right? Two people make up a line. For example, Hafi and chị Thảo. Hafi and chị Thảo, we connect with each other, we become a line, right? And if we have another person, an extra person, okay, okay, that's another the pawn, okay. Then we can create from two lines, so three people, we make up three lines, and that three lines we become the appearance. Then every day we enhance our characters. We enhance our character. We refining our character, and that environment, okay, has everyone in there refine their characters, and the dream occupation that can satisfy that environment. Then the person who lead the environment, the result, the outcome that everyone outside look into, that is the character. Okay, so there's a lot of people out there who has not achieved what they want to have, then because they didn't know how to create, how to cultivate the seed. They don't know where the seed come from. They don't know whether that seed can generate the desirable outcome, desirable result. They don't know how to cultivate that environment, and they haven't even anchored themselves in what they do. Okay, so here we have a dream occupation. We satisfy all of that. Thank you ever so much, everyone. So here, when we all want to become the inner being specialist, and on this journey, this pathway is a special pathway for us to become good. Good here is what we good as the non-material and the material aspect as well. Okay, and also as Mentor 7, we aim to achieve the aim for the portrait. The portrait, there's a 16 portrait that we're reading at the beginning of the class every day, right? So every year our organization also participate in the Iron Man, okay, and not everyone in society can achieve all of what we have been achieved related to physical health, which you always have to do, that you have to swim 2 kilometers, run for 21 kilometers, and you have to do hip rotation for 5 hours. So when you train yourself, when you exercise, you become better, you become healthier, wealthier every day. So once we establish that, when we follow this occupation, we have to train ourselves. Okay, we have with the energies of honor, gratitude, and every day we meet each other here, learning together in order to become the inner being specialist. Is going to be so great, it's delicious, and
delicious pink cookie.
And our children is the desirable outcomes, the desirable fruit that we're going to nurture. Okay, So the inner being specialist is the occupation that already satisfies the society demand, right? So if you want to good at it, you need to like it. Okay, there's a lot of people, they do not like what they do, but they're still good at it. So there's a people, they are not here, but they all also take on responsibility and shouldering what we're doing here, then they are the talent assets. So if you already like it, you're good at it, okay, and you anchor your heart into this occupation, then one day you're going to become the great tree, the Asian tree in this field. And one day you might not just be mentor anymore, but you're going to become the master, the grandmaster in this field, and you're going to train the next generation of inner being specialists. You become the master, the real master in your family, okay? And that moment is when you have changed. Your family has changed, your organization has changed, our organization has changed, and our society also changed when we have enough number of inner being specialists, okay, appear in this world. So this not only take ourselves to the next level, but also help our family, our organization, our society go up to the next level as well. So in order to follow this occupation, follow this dream occupation, we need to maintain the energies of honor, gratitude, and we take on the responsibility and shoulder what needed to be done. Then we become the talent assets. And when you become the talent assets, that you surpass other people. Now let's write another diagram. When you do what you like, and you do it with responsibility. So when you do it with humanity, accountability, propriety, accountability. Okay, then it's not simply just you do it with the normal responsibility anymore, but this accountability is in the 5 qualities of virtues. Okay, it's in the virtue topic, and you become the talent assets. When you do something that you like it and you're good at it, and you satisfy the societal demand, you anchor your heart into what you do, okay, you take accountable on what you do, and you become the talent assets. Okay, so when you like, then you do it with the energy of honor, gratitude. Công. So we have the 9 quality of the talent assets. Okay. Contribute. So
Yes, I saw. I don't remember ordering it, but I assume it was a while ago.
thank you.
Sometimes they take a long time to arrive.
Contribute and shoulder. Okay, and here validate the surpass of other people. Validate the greatness of other people. Okay. Outstanding. Validate the outstanding of other people. Outstanding.
Mommy, can I play Grow Garden? I meant Grow Planet. Can I play it? Can I play Grow Planet?
Exceptional. Okay. Exceptional ability. So when we become the inner being specialist, outstanding, exceptional ability.
I don't even think it.
So our children, we all want them to become the talent assets in the future. Okay. So if each of us we want to we apply the philosophy of root education into our family, we like what we do, we honor and gratitude the desirable outcome. We are the desirable outcome of our parents. Because our aim is to enrich, to master, to become and to evolve into nice types of people in one. And here we on this journey, on this pathway that we work together, our desirable outcome to enrich, to master, to become and to evolve. So today we establish that we are the capital, we are the desirable outcome. So our desirable outcome we want to achieve later on. Now we have to nurture ourselves. We have to work on the pathways of enriching, mastering, becoming, and evolving. Okay? Enriching our wisdom, our mentality, our character, our virtue, our competency, our physical health, our material, in order to master our inner being, our health, our relationships, our finances, to become wiser, more prudent, more sagacious, more prudent, more erudite, and to evolve into the nine types of people in one: the sage, the helper, the prosper, okay, the nine types of people, the enlightened. Okay. And when we be able to do that, then we can satisfy our dream. And our dream is that when we're happy, we can help other people happy. We're happy when we can satisfy our dream occupation, our dream life. So having a dream occupation that brings a lot of value for ourselves and for our life as well. So when you do what you like, when you be able to work on your dream occupation, then we need to establish that now we are all going to become the inner being specialists, right? So today, like chị Thảo said, we have the feeling. Okay, what do we feel? What do we? Okay, what do we? Okay, how do we feel on the journey of? Okay, how do we feel? What do we feel? Okay, what do we perceive? Okay, what do we feel? What we perceive? And what we sense. Okay. So when we do this, we be able to. Okay. So on the journey, on the our learning journey, we have to feel happy, right? We feel happy. We perceive our responsibility, and we can feel happiness here. So as an inner being specialist, we need to take on this knowledge that we going to feel happy. Okay, we feel happy because like chị Thảo said, okay, she feel happy. She is the desirable outcome. She want to cultivate herself. Okay, and because she perceive, okay, feel happy. Okay, we need to establish, okay, to everyone, mentor 7. So this is our, okay, as an inner being specialist, we have this feeling inside of us. Okay, we know that we want, we wish, we desire to do this. We desire to become the inner being specialist, and inner being specialist is an occupation that we call 1+1. So whatever current occupation you're doing, you can add this in. Okay, you can add the inner being specialist into what you do. Okay, so we feel happiness. Okay, so when you do what you do every day, you feel happiness. You realize responsibility. And we sense at our achievement. Realize, sense achievement. So this is the formula for us to create so many talent assets later on. So today we acknowledge other people inside in our life who help us in all aspects of life. Return to the dream occupation. So when we acknowledge other people who more exceptional than us, so more outstanding than us. Okay, then when we become the inner being specialist, okay, we have to validate other people. Okay, because when we like what we do, we do it with the energy of honor, gratitude, and in the field that we are doing, we do not telling ourselves that we do not compliment the other person or each other as we good at it. So mẹ chia sẻ xong rồi chắc mình đi nhé. Em chia sẻ, ok, nó ra đi tắm cho em. Chút xong rồi mẹ cho đi. Okay. Xong, lấy cái hộp kia ra để nè. If you see, for example, if your children help you to pick up all the vegetable, for example, okay, then after your children help you, you can compliment your children in terms of the 8 qualities of asset, talent asset. Okay, do not compliment the result, the outcome, but compliment the cause, the root, the seed. Okay, so that's contribution and responsibility will increase later on. Okay, so the accountability, that responsibility is also the accountability that will be increased later on. So if you have an inner being specialist, each of us here, we every day we responsible, we shoulder 20 people in our group, in our home. So every day you have a home now, so you have a house now. Okay, everyone start getting to know each other, and you create the learning buddy circle. So now you become the trial that you multiply each other's goodness, and you know that in this home, in this group, you see that each of you come from different parts of the world, but now together you so you together you learn. And which session we today? Which session? Okay, today is session 20. Today is session 20. We see that there's a big difference from the first day that we started, right? So now we see that our responsibility has been increased, okay, every single day in with the organization and with our group. Okay, so the seed that had been sown, the seed that you're going to sow today, okay, that going to increase your virtue of accountability. And every day when you contribute to your group, when you shoulder everyone in your family, you become the talent assets. The talent assets in inner being specialist field. And on this pathway, every day together we validate, we acknowledge the ability, the capacity of learning, and we validate the people who help us to type English in the chat box, and we acknowledge or validate the people who helping us to set up IT, the group that we have, and we so it's just like a family, right? So we interact with each other like a family. So just like in your family, when you acknowledge your children have contributed and shoulder for the family, then you also validate that your children gonna become your talent is your asset. Your children is your talent assets later on, and in the future your children may shoulder the whole future of your family life, right? So now today you become the living education for your children. So one day in the future, your children will shoulder the whole nation. Okay. So today, every single day, if you compliment your children in terms of how much they contribute, how much they shoulder responsibility in the family, then you create the talent asset later on. We do not compliment the result, the outcome, the fruit, okay? Because I remember one time that someone complimented our master, and he said he told them not to do that, because so he can continue doing this, because arrogance someday gonna kill us. So each of us here, we are the talent assets, we are the desirable outcome. So our children, in our family, our children is the talent assets and desirable outcome. So our children and ourselves, we are the talent assets for our society. And if later on our children become the inner being specialists as well, right? Then, okay, wouldn't that be wonderful? So there's a song. The song in our organization. Okay. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, as 4 o'clock in the morning, every day we go into the class to study together. So thank you ever so much for your presence here, all the Mentor 7. Thank you for your capacity of learning. Thank you for your contribution and shoulderings on the journey of Mentor 7. Okay. So if we can anchor our heart into what we're doing here, anchor our heart into the occupation that we aiming to achieve, then okay. Then the main point is that is the energies. Chị My hỏi chờ em chút nha. Just a few minutes, thank you. Chị My cho em hỏi chờ em một chút nha.
Mày cắn má mày ạ.
I can't do it.
Gumi is not here, I'll take over. It's just that I have to turn this up. So we will accept and acknowledge, validate the outstanding work that people are, and they are supporting us. So that is the work of the family educator. How are you over here? That is the key points. Yeah, so when we acknowledge people's, are you ready, Anne, to come back? Yeah.
Yes, thank you, cô Linh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are the capital, we are the desirable outcome, we are very good at what we do. So, but we also need to have the characters of humbleness, and we validate the other people outstanding. We validate the exceptional ability of others to avoid being arrogant. Okay, being arrogant. Okay, and that is that is what we need to do on the pathway to recreate our life, recreate our dream occupation. Because when we know that the occupation that we chose, okay, we chosen and we follow, we have the pathway, we have the formula to turn all other occupation into the dream occupation. Because in order to avoid being arrogant, we need to maintain the energies of honor, gratitude, and we know that what we do satisfies the societal demand, and if you like it, you're good at it, then you wholeheartedly doing it, okay, then you start earning a lot of money, okay, and then also you mature in terms of expertise, you mature in terms of social relationships, you mature in terms of perspective, then you reach success. So inner being specialist is a person who comprehends the laws of causality, comprehend the help orient people to mature in perspective, matured in social relationship, mature in expertise, and helps other people to mature to the ultimate maturities of the people in the 7 holistic wealth, okay, wealth of wisdom, wealth of mentality, wealth of character, wealth of virtue, wealth of competency, wealth of physical health, and wealth of material. So we see the pathway, the journey for us to accomplish the dream occupation, the inner being specialist. So this is the pathway for us, and this is a very precious pathway for us to set our notion to become the inner being specialist. Okay. So let's share this with each other, everyone. Thank you ever so much. I am so emotionally touched. Thank you. I would like to invite Đặng Thiệu Quang Ngọc, Vân Ngọc, Đặng Thiệu Quang Ngọc. And Quang Ngọc said, there's someone talking in the background. And Quang Ngọc said, hello, teachers and everyone. So there's a background noise where he is. So it's difficult for teacher Happy to hear. So I would like to invite Văn Thị Phượng. Happy invite Văn Thị Phượng. Chị Phượng said, thank you ever so much for calling her. So when I first learning, when I first starting this mentor journey, and learn in the learning with teacher Quế Minh, before I was so nervous and didn't raise my hand, but now I feel a little bit more brave. I would like to introduce myself. She feels I'm so emotionally touched right now. I feel so moved. I live in Quảng Nam. Now is the Da Nang city, and over the past 2 sessions, I have learned about the dream occupation. And to be honest, until today, within your sharing, when you're telling the story, to be honest, I remember when I was at the grade, when I was very little, I was at grade 7. Inside of me, I have a wish that I would do big thing, because I was born in the family that I was born in the war time, so just before the war ended. So that time we were so poor, and my mom told me that I need to stop going to school, because when what she's saying, that if I go into school, I still couldn't do anything that earn money. and I determined that I told my mom I determined that I do not. Please close it up. Go. Thank you. So I do not want to stop school. I want to continue studying, and I determined with that. And when I have overcome that, overcome the situation, then I continue to learn until the high school. So in high school, the school that I participate is next to the hospital. So every day I see all the doctor walk past. I start wishing that I will work in the hospital. Doesn't matter what I do. Okay, I wanted to be able to work in the hospital. So teacher Happy said, "Oh, so you want to become a doctor? So is that wish now has become reality? And today after the lessons, have you anchored your heart yet?"
Is that what you're saying?
So
No, not that.
okay.
Come down. You want to become the academy, she was saying. Maybe come out. Maybe come back out.
So she is not a doctor now, but she a pharmacist. She is a pharmacist. Okay, so the pharmacist she still wear blouse. Okay, a blouse.
Okay,
So that's what she like. And she has strived so much to learn to become a pharmacist, and now that is her occupation now. But throughout the journey to learn to become the pharmacist, actually she is retired now. She retired from pharmacy, so she have achieved it, and now she retired. Okay, and up until now, she will realize that when she earn gratitude that occupation that she have, and back then a lot of people learn it. A lot of people dream to have the occupation that she was doing throughout more than 30 years. Okay. So that is the seed that she has sowed in the past, and it's also the cause for her to receive the desirable outcome now is her children also become doctor, and even though she's retired now, she still have a lot of people validate what she had done. And so during the time that she learning now, she moving on to become the inner being specialist. So the reason that she want to become an inner being specialist, because she have so much adversity happen in her life, and one of her friends introduced her to this course, and what she so one of my friends, you can say one of my friends introduced me into become the inner being specialist. Now I want to become the inner being specialist to now I start anchoring my heart into this occupation. So teacher Hafiz said that, so today if you be able to establish yourself into become the inner being specialist, that will be wonderful. Okay, the moment that you anchor your heart into this, okay, the moment that you want to become an extended hand, a hand that bring this philosophy to the world, then it will be wonderful. So I would like to invite Vũ Đình Minh, Cái này nó không biết không có được. So it means that this is the first time I'm sharing in front of so many people, and I feel so emotionally touched. I would like to introduce myself. I am Vũ Đình Minh, the number 5477, from the house 7277, and I was born in 1995. I feel so moved now. So in the past, I didn't have any proper occupation, and I was working as an expat overseas. And then when I come back to the country, my friend introduced me to this organization, and I have learned so much. And today, when I learn about the dream occupation, I realized that I need to choose the right occupation, and then I need to anchor my heart into what I'm doing. And when I anchor my heart into what I'm doing, then I'll be able to clear on the direction where I need to go. Teacher Happy said, "Oh, thank you ever so much, and congratulations to Bình Minh." Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mimi. Xong rồi đã.
You're welcome.
I would like to invite Phạm Thúy Hà. Phạm Thúy Hà said, "Thank you, teacher, for inviting me, for calling my name." And I realized that whatever I have in life from these lessons is that everything I have in life right now is that the desirable outcome from my ancestors, my grandparents, my parents, and I have if I want my children to receive the desirable outcome, then if I want my children to understand, I need to understand where the root cause of life come from, and I need to anchor myself to become the inner being specialist. That means whatever I desire to help others to transform to the ultimate transformation in order and have the dream occupation. And if I can do that from the bottom of my heart, then I can be active, can I be proactive in my life, be proactive in my work, be proactive in whatever I do. And eventually, when I transform, and my life will become the dream of so many people. So today, I need to sow the seed. I need to nurture my cause, the cause within me. So thank you ever so much, teacher, for giving me this lesson, so I can become better. I can mature and grow every single day. Thank you. Thank you for everyone. Teacher Happy said, congratulations to you. I would like to invite Trần Thị Thức. Trần Thị Thức. Thank you ever so much, teacher, for calling me. And hello, teacher. Hello, everyone. I'm a little bit moved, a little bit emotional when I learned about this philosophy of root education. I have been following the organization for nearly a year, but until today, I have enough courage to raise my hand. And the lesson today, I have received so much value. Because the occupation that I chose, nhỏ đi. Đi ra nhỏ rửa lưỡi đi. The occupation that I chose, I started from zero, and my family was it was so much difficulty. So I was so impressed. The saying, the teacher was saying that if when my life when my life is not good, then I need to do what needed to be done, and then when my life has improved, I can do what I want later on. So I really feel for that saying, because when I reflect it into my life, I see that it's so true, and I know that I need to do what needed to be done. Nó hết pin rồi. So my dream occupation, okay, I used to wish to become an accountant, and obviously when I grow up it's so difficult, I couldn't be able to achieve that. Nó hết pin rồi. Nó hết pin rồi, cầm ra chơi là nó hết pin rồi lại khóc, cho mình coi, chạc nó đi. Okay. So when I ngồi đó chơi đi. When I was in difficulty, I was doing an extra job to earn the money and pay for the tuition in order to learn. But now I'm questioning myself. I have questioned that if I achieve, whether I achieve the dream occupation. Okay, I already achieved my dream occupation. But now, if I learning to become the inner being specialist, then I'm wondering that the job, the occupation that I wish for, and now I have just achieved it. But then if I switching it to become an inner being specialist, do I have to give up of the current occupation? And then today, when you said about the occupation plus 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, that means that I don't necessarily have to give up what I'm doing, because what I want is the desirable outcome. So then every day when I sow the seed, nurturing the good cause within me, so that good cause become greater and greater every day. And when I choose to become the inner being specialist, it is an 1 occupation plus 1. So when I anchor my heart into what I'm doing, and then combine with inner being specialist, so 1 plus 1, okay, that is the second occupation. So I also need to anchor my heart into this as well, and I need to sow the seed of inner being specialist, so I can reap the result, reap the fruit later on in the future. So today I have been clarified my trouble around that. Thank you so much, teacher. Okay, so we are going to exchange with one more person, and then we start here. But before we go into exchange one more person, we're going to establish one more time in our awareness that whether inner being specialist is a dream occupation or not. So remember that inner being specialist is a dream occupation. So for million people in this world, okay, but we are here, we be able to learn this knowledge. That is our fortune. So anh Lê Duy Tới said thank you ever so much, teacher, for calling me. I have been raising my hand so many times, and there were so many people, but lucky me that I got picked today. My number is 5322 and my house number is 269. The lesson that I learned today, I realized one thing, that the purpose that we aim for is to achieve the quality of life. And in order to achieve that quality of life we want, we need to have good health, social relationships, and inner peace in our inner being. So what we need to achieve is sustainable, scalable, and favorability, and align with the power trial. So I have been wondering that, I think other people have wondering the same thing as well, that now I already have the occupation myself. So what I wish to achieve, now I already achieved that. So why I haven't achieved the dream life when I already achieved doing the dream occupation already? So whether that occupation that I've doing, have I attained the standard that has the standard of that dream life. So I need to keep it sustainable, scalable, and favorability, and also aligned with the power trial. So I'm going back to the slide from the session 1, when there's the relationship between the power trial. We have in the power trial diagram, we have the government, the wealthy, and the people, right? So when we have already achieved the criteria, we enhance our quality of life, we have a good quality of life, then we be able to, it's be simpler for us to create value for others, and we can help more people in society to have the quality of life that we have. So it's very fortunate for me and for everyone here be able to sit here. So I've thank you ever so much for everyone that listening to me, and I wish you have a great day full of energy, and be able to spread this message to the people in your life. Teacher Hafiz said, thank you ever so much, everyone. Let's make yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee after this session, and acknowledge yourself that you have finished the session this morning, and welcome the new day that's coming. Right? I'm going to turn on the mics for everyone to say goodbye to each other, and see you all tomorrow. Okay. So the main session ends. What everyone have learned today? Anything that you want to ask relate to the topic today? Anyone want to ask anything related to the topic today? Or what have you learned so far? Anything that impressed you? It'd be great if you can turn on your mic and share before we finish here. And thank you.
Hello, Anne. Sorry.
Thank you for being patient with my kids. Yes, Chidona.
Yes, I found my raise hand button. I was just pressing everywhere. Hello, everyone. Good morning. The one thing I very much like today is the acknowledgement, self-acknowledgement, if I'm using the correct terminology for today. And I think that's the root of a lot of my mentalities, how I think. how I construct my day, how I basically acknowledge myself. So with the lesson today, I realized that actually I can easily acknowledge the people around me very easily and see the greatness and the goodness in them. But for myself, I lacked. I don't write down. I don't say as much. And I remember one time, teacher Hafiz mentioned to me, like, Donna, I see you actively doing so many things in one day. My work, my family life, my kids' life, the work that I'm able and allowed to participate with WIT Australia. But there's something missing. Do you recognize that? And I'm sitting there and I couldn't figure it out. Like, I think harder. And I still didn't acknowledge myself at that time, because you every time I see you working on a task, you're doing a great job. Have you ever acknowledged yourself at that point of time? Because I can still see you yearning something inside, you wanting something more inside. And that's it. And she tells me this over and over again. And mind you, I still forget, but the layer of it builds up. And when I feel certain emotions that what we call it not balanced or not positive, that advice from her brings me back as, oh, did you acknowledge that? Yes, you did this and you did that. I'm not saying that I'm great. I've done that things. Just acknowledge that I get to participate. Acknowledge that I get to share. To be a part of something, and that helps a lot. And it actually brings my electro frequency. It raises it up to a balanced state, and so it gives me a clearer mindset or a clearer way of thinking. That's one of the main lesson that I received today, is the self-acknowledgement and acknowledgement of the people around you, because you can't achieve anything unless you have good people around you. And I can see that. Hello, Colleen. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Donna. Sorry. It's very funny when you talk, like you start slowly and then you just like speeding up like a cassette, just pressing the speed up button and then just let slow down again. Thank you for sharing. When you get emotional, just start talking with your with the speed. Okay. I saw chị Thanh. You turn on your camera today. Would you be able to share? Would you like to share anything? I know that you have been switching your environment so that your kid can also listen to this during dinner as well. So I don't know how it's worked out so far.
Yeah. I think I'm not gonna do it again. It's a little bit distracted, so I'm not able to focus in like really truly comprehensive, comprehend the whole lesson. So I think it's difficult because this is not for the kids at all. It's nice for them to hear the conversations, the concept, but I think it's another time. Yeah, so I'm gonna move back to my office tomorrow, and I'm gonna sit down. It's nice to have the dinner with my family, but they don't want to listen. First of all, I don't want to force anyone, but at the same time, it's distract me so much. So I'm not gonna do it again. But anyway, the rate tree, when go happy talking about the rate tree, is like the concept of the oak tree that people here in the US have been talking about, the oak tree. But I think this today is become more clear to me, especially with the anchoring. Like you have to you have to anchor, you have to stay with one, you have to put your mind, your heart, you stay and you know what you truly want and stay with one, and then slowly working day by day, like you seeding it and you give, and when and that's when you have, and at the same time you give it an environment, it's a good environment. And I think when she talk about this, it really hit me home. The reason why is because I feel like I like everything, and I like so much stuff. I don't know if anyone here like me. Whatever I do, I like them. I love them. I know Colin Lay, yes. Whatever I touch, whatever I get along, get to it, anything, it just get, and I just love it, and I learn how to love it. And but that is a gift, but at the same time it's a curse, because I'm not finishing anything. I'm not doing, like staying still in one and never have my heart for one. And I always wondering, like why people just have successful career, but I don't, right? But I think I know at the beginning, like I really choose to be a good mom. I choose to raise family, and that is at the time in the college as well too. And that's how I make a decision for myself that I'm not gonna go with the IT, because at first, because I know how IT, like you have to upgrade your knowledge all the time. And at that time, I already know that I want to be a good mom. I want to raise family, so I choose a different career than become an IT. But I think at the staying home, raised family, sometimes you lose your value because you don't see it the right way until I think until I went to I joined the family educating program from with the nhà giáo dục gia đình. I start to see my value in different light, and I start to appreciate myself. And actually, and I think this message had to send out to the world as well too, that stay at home mom, especially when I learned about the have the three different, there's like the informations, energies, and physical, right? The material. And I only able to see, and the people around me only able to see my values and compared to the material, but not the informations and energies. So when I learned that concept, I just shifting so much. And but I still wandering around and wondering, what do I like to do? What do I want to do? I want so many. And today, the lesson today is just it's helping me to anchor. And this is what I want to do. I love to do, especially when I go. So last week I was at the Tony Robbins event, and every single time I'm in that event, I always dream. I have a dream. This is like I have a dream. It's just like 17,000 people. It's just amazing to see, like how much he touched people's life. And I just want that, and I have a yearning inside me. And today the lesson, it just reminding me, like it's not only just environment or how you're seeding it, but it's like you have to anchor, you have to make this, and because that you know your heart, that you love this, and so just stay with one, at least choose one. So the lesson today helping me to make a decisions, stay with one, choose, be good at one. I don't remember who told me you do so much stuff, but you're not good at anything, and that just was hard. So the lesson today is like a reminder and helping me to anchoring it, and not just learning, but also can see it as a career for the future, especially when my kids go to college. I'm home here sitting by myself. I have something to do. Maybe like Cô Trang, like, sharing day and night. I admiring her. Cô Trang, it's like, it's amazing. You did you have done a good job. But yeah, so I really appreciate the lesson today. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you.
Thank you, chị Thanh. I think you have done so much already. I mean, giving up something for the next generation. In life, there's always give and take. There's always give and receive. There's always give and take. So if we focus on what we benefit from what we give, then that's gonna be amplified, be maximized. But if we just keep regretting what we haven't done, that's gonna be life regressions, and we don't want that. So I think you have done so much for your family, for your children, and not only that, for yourself while taking care of your kids, and you also, learning all of this and doing your best on whatever you do. So I think you have a kind of like perfectionist type. That's why you rather do it like in the bulk, and it have to be good. So sometimes being a perfectionist, you're not quite satisfied with what you do. But today we learned that we need to validate ourselves. We need to earn ourselves. Be grateful for ourselves, acknowledge ourselves. And once you can see that how much potential you're gonna become if you continue validate yourself every single day, acknowledge yourself every single day, then whatever you do is gonna be maximized, you're gonna be amplified later on. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. I can relate that to Donna. It's like I don't give enough credit for myself. Right, Donna? Yeah.
That's very true. And I still struggle to, I know the word now, validate. I'm thinking validation. And there's one other person in my family I don't validate enough, is my husband. Because to me, he's naturally there. He must do this. He must do that. So, recognizing that. And thank you for sharing in regards to anchoring. Anchoring is something that, it touches me as well. I don't talk as much. I kind of like talk around it rather than going to the core. And I do understand what you mean, Jitan, because I spent 10 years, I'm very lucky to be able to spend 10 years with my children. Not a lot of people can do that. But during that time, you feel like you've lost yourself. You lost the value that you previously able to provide or to give to others in a mean of work. And the 10 years, you feel so incredibly lucky, but then in the background, you feel so incredibly empty. Mm-hmm. And you constantly finding things to occupy yourself. But the things are truly very meaningful, but you made it meaningless. It's just how you validate yourself. So thank you.
Yeah. Very good. Very well said.
Such lovely shares. Hello, Ko and Trang. Thank you for your help today. Hi, everyone. Thank you for still being here today. What a lovely class today. I was listening in. Thank you for sharing, Tan and Donna. So just on those 2 points, I think it's such great points that you brought up, which is the acknowledgement of validation and heart anchoring. So with those two, we want to know why we need to learn that. And I think your reflection really helps us to go a little bit deeper, if that's okay with everyone. Is it okay if I go a little bit deeper in terms of why this is why it's important to anchor? Because we can say that now, and we say, okay, I've been floating around from one place to another, and then you know what, this is the thing I want. But the thing is, the next time you hear something that you really like or something new, you say that the same thing. And so why is it that we need to anchor? And also the self-validation. Why is it important to self-validate? Why is it important to, like Donna said, I don't validate myself and I don't validate my husband. And then how does Ko Hafi know that? The thing is, when we don't validate ourselves, it appears like daylight for another person, and yet we cannot see it. Yeah, it's very apparent to another person. So, and then it affects our life because it's negative. Yeah, because we don't validate ourselves, we're not enough, and then we yearn for it because we don't validate. If you think about a child not being praised in the house, they will go outside wanting praises, isn't it? Because that's a need that we have. So that's why we need to validate ourselves, and we need to have that acknowledgement of self, and therefore it gives us the right energy to then do the work that we do. And then what it does is it gives us the ability to stay focused, which is a heart anchoring. The heart anchoring comes from that which we acknowledge. Yeah, so then they go together, and therefore when we think we when we have that, because I've been told the same, so I know this journey of that transforming and knowing how to validate yourself, and therefore that's the feeling of fulfillment. When we actually can validate ourselves, we feel fulfilled. Just like our children, when we acknowledge them for, oh wow, you helped mommy so much, now they want to do more. They have that energy to do more. Yeah, so we will see it, the children that are needy, instead of saying you're needy, it's the giving them that validation, so they learn to give it for themselves. Yeah, so that's why the closest to us, we will want more from them, because we forget to validate ourselves, and then we look out around us to then do more for us. Yeah, so then with heart anchoring, if with all that's said today, if in the self-development world, I think we hear a lot about be, do, have. Are you familiar with that be the person, do what's necessary, and have what you want? So at the beginning of the session, I don't know whether you were at the very beginning when Gohin was sharing. That was phenomenal. What Gohin shared at the very beginning. Who was here when Gohin was sharing? That you started with me with the calligraphy, and then Gohin jumped on, and there was someone sharing about doing what we love, because this is what we're talking about, the dream job and that. And Gohin shared this, and I thought it's so phenomenal in helping. I think what you're saying, Tan, is that people say, the phrase that we use is jack of all trade but master of none. Yeah, we feel that we do so much, and then we're like not good at anything, and then we're like not blossom in anything, and you haven't mastered anything. That kind of feel. It's not like that. Yeah, it comes from this, and Gohin shared this. When life isn't good yet, when life isn't good as in it hasn't met our standard yet, when life isn't good yet, we do what we must. We do what we must, and therefore whatever comes, we do. Yeah, what we must. And then when life is good, then we do what we love, which I love so much. And that will help us to lift, will release us from the things that we had to do that we think, I didn't like that, but I did that because I wasn't focused, because it's not. Yeah, it's because at that time, that must be done. That needed to be done. And when you let go of something, it needed to be let go because it's a must. At that moment there, we needed to do that. And so we did. And now if life is good, you just look around. If life is good, then you do what you love. It's never too late to then do what you love when life is good. But when it's a must, then it's a must. You're still doing what you need to do, and it's still living. And therefore, when we talk about dream occupation, it comes from be the person. It's always an inner job. It's never outside. So who you are will bring to that job as the dream job or not, dream occupation or not. Whether you are doing what you love or not, in that very moment, is your life feeling like it's a dream? That's the important part. Then that is the dream job. It's whether it brings you the essence of, is this a life of my dream? Am I loving my life right now? It's not. It doesn't matter what you are doing. It's whether you are living the life of your dream. Do you feel like the life is like a dream? Yeah. So that be to have, and it's an inside. It's an inside job. That is why be first. Be who that person is will make that which you have, whether it is a dream or not. It will be the person that you want to be, and then do what's necessary, and then you will have what it is that you want, which is, it's not so much satisfying what you want, but what you want is that dream life and that realm of life that you are living. Yeah, not so much the material. When we focus on the material, now we're stuck. Now it's outside in instead of inside out. It's an inside out. Therefore, at any time, at any point, we can be doing anything. We are still could be in our dream job and dream life, and therefore living the realm that we want to live all the time. Fulfillment comes from within, and at any moment we can feel fulfilled, no matter what we do. Yeah, it's how you feel in that moment with life. Yeah, so thank you for your sharing, Donna and Tan today. Yeah, and thank you for Gohin sharing. Do you like Gohin sharing? I just thought that was so good.
I missed it this morning.
Yeah, come in early to write
We're
calligraphy.
lucky to have you to revise.
Oh, so gold, such gold, because it helps me in that very moment, although I know it. But just having someone to remind, and someone like Gohin, because Gohin has a certain sense of energy where she's very present, and she's a special kind of person. If you stick around and hear her speak, she's a person, she's a living example of the knowledge, and she applies it. So everything that she shares is only from her experience, and it's I love it. So I was glad that she was someone shared, and then she was, I think she helped to someone shared, like like yourself saying da, 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 like that, and I jumped from this job to that job, and I don't know what I love, and I always search around until now I'm this old, basically something like that. It's not quite like that. And then she shared that, so, and it helped, I think, the room to have some release, because you could be in your dream occupation already at any time. Yeah. So has anyone else got anything to add to that, or your whatever that you want to share here in this room? Yeah, let's hear from Hun Lan. And of course, with everyone else, if you need to go, don't feel like if you need to go, just go, because we are going over time. So yeah, let's listen. Let's hear from Lily. Hey Lily, I can see your
Yeah, hello everyone. It is the first time that I see all of you. Because I would love to have some question before I share what I learned from today. Number one is that I would love to know that do we have a meeting always at the end of all the class or not? Because sometimes I saw that we have a meeting, but like yesterday we don't have the meeting. I need to have the routine, so it's easier for me to set up my time. Because after the class I need to go to work. That number one. So can you please give me some answer or some idea about that?
Yeah, so I would like to introduce you to our current head of house, which is our Donna, and of course the supporting team, which Donna, would you like to speak and then just introduce the supporting team, and then you can talk about regular team meetings, house meetings. Yeah. For people who weren't there yesterday as well.
Hello, Lily. Hello, everyone. So first of all, thank you for the support team, and thank you everyone for allowing me to take on the role. We had a discussion, I think, the other day in choosing the head of house, and I understand that most of you, like half was present, the other half was not able to be present. So to answer Lily's question, firstly, I would need to speak to the teacher support to arrange a time, because we are all over the world, and it could be morning for you and night for most. So we need to organize like a day or a time actually suitable for the majority, and unfortunately it won't be for everyone, but hopefully. Now, I will speak to Colin in regards about that. Now, in terms of meetings, as far as my understanding, we can choose how much we want to see each other. We can choose to see each other right after the class every day, or focusedly 1 or 2 times per week. That's into the discussions. So we'll talk more about that, rather than just me picking something that's most convenient for me. If Colleen, if you don't mind, I'll talk to the team about what we spoke yesterday in regards to my role. Would that be okay? Or should we
what we shared yesterday? Maybe at the meeting, maybe at the house meeting itself. I think today it's I think
Yeah, sure. That's why we spoke. So I think that a house meeting is due very soon, but unfortunately this weekend, for me, just me personally, that I'm not able to attend because there's some events that I have taken up.